Alright y'all, welcome back to another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. Today, when I'm filming this, it's Thursday. When you guys will be seeing this, it is Friday. So happy Friday, made it through another killer work week. We have been putting in we on the Black Sheep. We got the motor back in there, hot side of the turbo kit's on, and that's going to be ready. I think we're going to try to go to the hub dyno Monday and then test Monday as well. So big early start of the week for next week. We got the Bad Apple getting its new alcohol turbo system done by Jason Brazzel, BPF. That's getting wrapped up right now, and as you guys can tell by the title of this video, the old Corvette is gonna get like shaken down here very briefly. So right now, Friday from noon until midnight, we'll do double entries on everything on the entire website. Double entries on hats and shirts. We got some new badass hats. We got some new badass shirts. I'm wearing one of the shirts that are Ellis Nasty Racing. The shirt's hot. I don't think, Jason, your shirts aren't up there. Those are exclusive. I got a new exclusive shirt coming out like next week as well. But double entries on everything on the website. So go and get your entries to win the Turbo Ranger. There she is. I'm going to get all tuned up, put new plugs in it, put it back on pump gas, and I think I'm going to daily drive it for a week or so. Who knows? It's a badass little truck. But like I was saying, before we go to the track, before we take anything out there, we kind of do like as much of a shakedown at the shop as we can. We'll do a couple burnouts on it. We'll make sure it gets on the chip. We'll make sure it's normal stuff in order to make a pass. Some of the stuff you have to do before works here. There's no point to take car to the track if you can't do a burnout in it. There's no point to take car to the track if the trans brake don't work. So we do all these little checks to make sure everything is good and everything works. So Jason right here, we just got into a minor argument. I'd say a little tussle, verbal tussle. Tell me what the issue is. Talk to me, sir. You set this car up. Yeah. It's got the BPF treatment on it.
Well, I told you, I said, take it out there, do a burnout, snap the button on the brake, let's make sure it goes straight. If I can't get a track, that way I can kind of make some fine adjustments to it. But you say it's not going to happen, so
it's not gonna.
No prep tune in it.
It's not gonna like hook or anything. It's just gonna knock tires off. But my biggest thing is I just want to make sure it'll do a burnout, make sure it'll get up on the chip, make sure it'll act good. Like for two reasons. One is because it's very frustrating going to the track to test a car and it can't do the things you're asking it to. When you test a car, you need to make passes to look at it, to get data, to then make adjustments. So if you can't make those passes, you can't get any data, you can't make any adjustments. How stressful is it when you go to the track and just like, you can't get it out the pits?
It's rough.
It's rough.
It's real rough.
So I was just saying, we do everything in our power to make sure that it's acting as it should. Here, do a couple burnouts, maybe do a couple like 2-foot launches, just see what happens, because it's not going to hook up, it's not going to separate. So you got your chassis tune up in it. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, the car's...
If it goes down out here, then
oh my god. If it goes down out here, is it going to do anything, Logan?
We'll find out.
It's just going to knock tires off. Biggest thing is what got to make sure it does a nice big burnout. Oh, sound. I think we need to charge the battery, huh? Yeah, we need to charge the battery first.
We're not ready for the track.
Is this, okay, imagine we go to the track, let's fire it up.
Hey, remember we had CO2 when we had a leak?
Oh my god.
Our first hit, our only test hit, we were going to get the lights out, and then what happened?
What's that?
We didn't have any CO2.
It so just leaked out.
Oh yeah, that was pretty rough.
It takes time, it's very tough, but you got to get into a good routine of getting everything. I mean, stuff happens. It's racing.
That was a freak accident.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a small leak. We wouldn't have ever known it. Never had the issue before. You get up there, you know, it's just, like I said, it's stressful when you get situations like that because you're ready to make a pass, and at that time, we only got one pass.
I was strapped in the car like an angry chihuahua.
Yeah, you were. You were hype already.
So we're gonna get this thing on charge. We're gonna pull it out there. We're gonna do a burnout, back it up, and just make sure everything acts as it should. Like I said, it's a killer car, and we're just gonna shake it down when we take it to the track and make a few passes. The biggest thing right now is we want to make sure everything is acting as it should, and we're able to perform the duties that we need to be able to burn out, be able to stage, be able to get on the trans brake, and be able to make it go down and through. When we take a car out and test something like this, generally make like a 150-foot hit or a 300-foot hit, and then we go, you know, a little bit further and a little bit further. There's no real point to go and rush it and run one all the way through if something's not right. Are you trying to go forward? Street car, she's got some libs to her, huh? Mother Nature strikes again. Not sure at this point in the video if it's going to dry out enough to do and kind of make a little test hit. It did stop raining. It just downpoured out here like crazy. You guys would not believe how hard it was raining. We got the car still on a charger. Jason's wrapping up the turbo kit for the Bad Apple. If we walk over here, Oh God, we're fogging up. I'll take this time in the video to talk to you guys about what all we've really done to get the Corvette track ready. Ben has done a lot of things under the hood. This is not, well, let me clean this up for you guys. Give me 1 second. That's much better. All right, let's get into it. Ford powered vent. This car is not on Holley EFI. It is on a fast system. It's a little bit older fast system, so we're gonna work with it and shake it down. I think the plan with Mr. Mike is going to be to then put Holley on this car. The Holley stuff we love. It's really, from an ECU standpoint, what I believe is the best out there. It's super simple to use, self-learn features, and just the configuration of it's very nice. It's an awesome product. We're gonna run on this fast stuff. The closed loop learning is not really a capability on this, so you gotta be spot on with the tune-up. So definitely when we go to shake this thing down, a lot of short pulls. 60-foot hit, 330 hit, 400-foot hit, 500-foot, then 600-foot, then we'll be able to run it out. And that's why we like getting a little practice here at the shop, just to make sure, you know, it's got the proper fuel to do the burnout and everything like that. One thing that Ben did spend a lot of time on is the base pressure was a little bit low, so by him turning that up, getting the base pressure where it needs to be, the idle was also low, causing the base pressure to fluctuate in the mechanical fuel pump. So once you turn the idle up, all of our mechanical fuel injected cars, sorry, not mechanical fuel injection, all of our mechanical fuel pump cars idle anywhere between 1200 and about 1600, in that range. You gotta have to have that pump spinning fast enough. Yeah, that's what we seem to work best, especially blower stuff. Me personally, from the driver's seat, I prefer a blower car to idle higher. Just seems to be a little bit more wound up. You'll hear, especially with the blower cars, all the alcohol cars, I like to clear them out just because you're running them so rich. Now, people, I know a lot of guys are like, man, you don't need to clear it out. It's not a carbureted car, but I mean, you gotta think, we can idle the Black Sheep at like a 2.8 air fuel with that MSD on that. I mean, you gotta think of that. That's that's 3 parts air to 1 part fuel. I mean, that is fat. That's fat. Just like this, it is a car set up on alcohol, no intercooler, you're not running water through it, so the only way to keep it cool is by the fuel. You gotta run it fat, cool everything down. So that's kind of how we operate this fuel injected alcohol stuff. So Ben did a lot of work messing with the TPS on this, messing with the idle and messing with the fuel pressure to get everything sitting happy and sitting right. So we got that all taken care of. Transmission, converter, everything. We just kind of went over everything and nut and bolted it. You guys saw Jason take the time to set up the rear end, make the 4-link changes. It is set up on a Pro bracket radial. He did cut that lower drive shaft loop, if you want to call it, part of the chassis back there, so you can get the full separation. Mess with the ride head a little bit. The car sits absolutely awesome. It looks great, and now it should have the suspension to perform great. So the plan is we're gonna go out there and we're gonna shake it down and just really see how it drives. I mean, the chassis on the car is spectacular, so we don't expect it to be torquing up like crazy. And really just, when you take a car to the track for the first time, you honestly need to take it slow. It's very, very boring and anticlimactic to make 60-foot hits and make 200-foot hits, but it's what you need to do. Hopefully the weather dries out, the ground pavement dries out here a little bit later today and it stops raining. It did just stop raining, and if it does, you guys will see, it'll probably be the thumbnail of this video. I'll do a nice big smoky burnout and really just shake down the car, make sure everything's good. All right, guys, it's dried up enough where we can just go and really just make some noise. Now, you guys haven't heard the Ford powered Corvette yet. Everything sounds gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. All you like diehard Chevy, small block Chevy and LS guys, like diehard, like to the grave, y'all might be a little angry when you hear this thing fire up. This thing is no joke. I mean, it sounds pretty rowdy. Ben, what is the one issue with running this thing on alcohol? I don't say issue, just the only, like, one thing that makes it difficult.
On this one or all?
On this one.
Oh, the wideband, they don't have closed loop on like older, like fast classic. The gray box doesn't have closed loop for alcohol.
And the O2.
Yeah, I mean it just has like an external driver box that runs the NTK sensor.
So
the lowest you can command the software on like a LSU Bosch 4.9 or 4.2 is 9.8 to 1.
9.8 to 1. So what's the lowest you can go on this air fuel?
Right now?
Yeah. That it will read. 4.0 to 1, which wide open throttle alcohol you'd consider lean.
I mean, like I think Shannon runs something around that. I mean, it depends on the motor, but I mean, you'd want to be able to.
Our other car likes it fat.
Yeah.
It's a fatty. Yeah? I said all that diehard LS guys are going to be angry when they hear this thing fire up.
You want to be able to read lower than that.
All right, I'm ready to hear this thing fire. Logan, what do you think?
I enjoyed just hearing it run the other day.
It's pretty rowdy.
Give her a throttle whack.
Oh! Small block Ford, baby! My ears. Oh. That thing is a little tight for you, huh?
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't know. Sounded good and responded good.
What does the Ben 02 read? Good enough?
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Like,
yeah, you were standing way too close. I was like, Joey doesn't know what's about to happen.
I know what's about.
Once after about, I don't know, 4 or 5 grand, Jesus Christ.
Christ.
It's like something sticking in your ear.
Cleared up
3,500.
All right, so what's the request? A burnout, a backup, and a trans brake leave? Like just a short one?
Think it's hot?
Yeah.
Hot.
I mean, we'll test it out. All right, Logan, here, you take the camera.
Oh, this one is like, this one has to be on for it to connect, so I always turn it on. And then these two.
Where's your starter?
Right here.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, that's simple enough.
And the trans brake's under here.
Oh, is it the trans brake?
Yeah.
What the hell are these?
Oh, nothing.
That's your pilot feature.
These could be the scramble button, but not now. I like to say our boy Mike's a big dude. He's a big dude. Look, I'm like,
we should have made him a swing out funny car.
I'm 5. How tall am I, Jason?
Probably 5'7", 5'8".
5'2". 5'2".
I'm 5'7", so he's probably like 5'8". Chris is 5'6".
Oh, we need to press this.
All right, I'm turning all the way down to 4,200.
Oh, okay. God, that's some old school stuff there, huh?
So you got the chips.
Yeah.
Oh, right, there it is.
Here, you want to press this button so we can do a burnout?
Yeah.
Okay, here, you can press it. Jason?
Yeah, there we go. It's
Traction control off.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Build the track off.
So make sure the throttle comes back.
flooding it.
Yeah, that allows you to connect from anywhere.
Intro 101 to never driving this car.
No, intro 101. Yeah, this is honestly behind the scenes right here. All right, that works. Hit the starter.
front end came off. The front end blew off on the side. Yeah. What came off? Where it's not fastened down below.
Hey, it tried to separate. Like you could feel it stand up.
Yeah.
God, listen, Jason.
Anytime it's got positive, it's gonna do it going down the road. It's gonna do it everywhere.
Dude looks like a complete idiot. Kind of knows what he's talking about. God, that thing.
It ran good too.
Yeah, no, it did. And you can tell it's not super. It's not super rich because my eyes didn't fall out my head there, but this thing is. I mean, that motor's strong. How much to drink? Yeah.
Turned a whole lot of fuel.
Yeah, that is a lot of fuel. Can I put a vacuum on this?
No.
There's like all the other alcohol cars, vacuum the valve cover, sucks as much moisture out of it as possible. This one has a heater in a pan. So.
Yep.
That I know
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is pretty sweet.
What you think? Was those nervous racks?
What's that? Oh yeah, someone always yells at me. That says when you whack the throttle. Listen, everyone at home that's like, quit revving it. You sound nervous. If you're sitting in this thing, you're gonna rev it as many times as you can because it's just fun. But I mean, dude, it idles. That's like I'd say one of the issues that it had when it came here. It was like kind of idle and funny. Fuel pressure was funny.
They tried to idle it like a road car.
Yeah, no.
Like 875
Good
or 925,
God.
something like that.
Yeah,
It needs to be at like 1250, 1300.
Yeah, it idles perfect. Like you can tell, it's like smooth coming into power for the burnout.
That was a pretty good burnout.
Yeah, I had to squeeze a throttle whack in there. I wasn't going to. I was like, I'm close to that corner. Oh well, Literally what I said in the car, like No, but you can tell. I mean, it idles crisp, and Ben's just been pretty much doing all like the little fit and finish work, all the neatening it up and making it work. So I'd say it's ready for the track. What do you think, Logan?
I believe so.
Well, add some more fuel to it.
Add some fuel, fatten it up.
I mean, it took all that, so it can take more.
Yeah, it didn't get a lot of like, you know, did you get the alcohol in your eyes? Didn't really have that. So
I'm gonna add more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, everyone wanted to hear it. Everyone at home is just pissed. They're like, all the Corvette guys are like.
I hope it picked it up.
Oh, I'm sure it did for like a second, then just went static. But I'm sorry, we don't discriminate here at LS Nasty. We just like horsepower. So 9.5 deck nasty in the house. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, good job. Good job. Alright guys, as you can see, car's looking pretty good. Next step is when it gets dry out, we're going to take it to the track. I think we're going to go local here to Galat like this following Thursday with it. So if all goes well, we'll get it there and make a couple shakedown passes and see what we can get out of it. Other than that, don't forget, you can go down right now. It's almost the end of the video. You only got a couple seconds left. You got to go down, click the link to lsnasty.com, and it is double entry. Today is Saturday. I said at the start of the video Friday, but I got messed up my video. So Friday, yesterday was double entry day. Today, Saturday is double entry day. So go get your entries right now. It's double entries. So you buy one shirt, get 2 entries. I got a branding shirt coming out next week, which is badass. So also be on the lookout for that. And I'm just like, everything I got, I'm throwing it on this one. So it's your chance to win the Turbo LS Swap Ranger, which I think is pretty sick, and I am going to bust Phil's ass with it here this upcoming week. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.
If you understand, you know.